How is everybody doing today? My name is Master Zero and welcome back to another reaction video. This time we're reacting to my first time playing Dungeons & Dragons by Jaiden Animation. Alright, so going on the lighter side of Spooktober, and I am going to count this because, like, if you think about it, like, Dungeons & Dragons, it's kind of like scary lore, and then, like, it was on Stranger Things, and that's kind of scary, you know? So I'm getting it back into Spooktober. Onto this, man, I'm just really excited for just another Jaiden Animation video, man. I cannot get enough of them. Like, just your humor aspect alone, man, is just really, really funny. And, like, the animations are actually getting, like, really, really amazing, man. Like, you get, like, some parts where it's like, yeah, it's, like, majority still black and white, and then you have, like, that one really vibrant character or something that's in color. Like, I live for that, man. I love that. That's probably, like, my favorite type of art style, where it's, like, black and white, and you have, like, one type of color that's, like, vibrant and popped out amongst, like, the whole world, man. It's just really, really cool. But, like, it should be really, really exciting. I personally never played Dungeons & Dragons before, but I've seen, like, a lot of other people. Like, I always think, like, Dungeons & Dragons, when you see people play, it's, like, the best type of media that's not made for entertainment, if that makes any sense. Like, it's not like a movie or, like, a cartoon or anything. It's just people around a table playing a roleplay game, essentially, but, like, it's so entertaining to watch, so I'm really excited to get this going. So without any further ado, here is my first time playing Dungeons & Dragons.
Dungeons & Dragons is
Yes.
like a board game without the board, and you
Correct.
play using your
You can have a board, you can draw
If you think
a
of
map.
something, it can just happen in game.
It's
D&D
pretty
is
cool, man.
very popular.
You get into
Almost
so many
everyone I've
wacky
ever met
situations. I've
absolutely
always wanted
loves
to
it,
start
and I
one,
have
but
never played
shortage
it
of
before,
friends in
even
my
though
area.
I always thought I would really like
There is a
it.
piece
People
of
would tell
hair.
me stories
I'm
of
going
their
to rip it.
games, like, so this one time me and my party were entering a cave, and there was a big ogre guarding some treasure.
See, like, it's
but I
so
used
cool,
my charisma
man.
stat to seduce him, and we ended up eloping together.
Yes!
Dude, if you don't think that sounds
It's just
crazy
Shrek.
fun, then I don't think we would get along, and you should probably unsubscribe.
I mean,
But if you do think that sounds fun, then
I just alliterated how much I love this.
sorry, I've never done that before. It felt weird. I decided to reach out to Charlie.
That's why I don't
aka
say it, man. I
Slimesicle,
think it'd feel
aka
really weird.
Charlie Slimesicle, because he's super into D&D.
has two
And we
AKAs?
ended up forming a little group of me, Alpharad, Ronbu as the players, and Charlie as the
Oh.
dungeon master, which is like the game organizer slash manager.
The god,
slash
essentially.
god. We
Yeah,
all
thank you.
created our characters and into the world.
Oh, I
we
love
were
it. Is she a
teleported.
dragon?
The clouds part over a vast,
Oh,
lush forest.
I already love
In
it, man.
A giant ancient oak
100%
tree
on
can be
board.
found looming over all the other trees.
Is it just 100 acre
the
woods?
inside has been hollowed out,
Oh.
and a sign hangs on the side reading Old Oak Inn. Inside, many creatures of various origins are relaxing,
Let's
drinking,
go.
socializing.
From
but
other
one
pop
stands
cultures, I
out.
see.
A cat equipped with various instruments sits
What?
at a table, leaning over their cup
I want
of
a
milk
cat that
and
plays
scanning the
instruments.
room. They spot a dragonborn drinking at the
Hey!
bar, alone, seemingly pondering life. From the other end of the
Ponder that
bar, a
life.
man in a suit approaches the dragon. And
Why do you have a
starts
suit?
Casual conversation. Do you know Mark?
Who?
No, I don't. Who are you? I'm Paul. I'm an assistant
Hi, I'm
manager
Paul.
at Ye Old Mart of Wall. 43 years old.
Walmart?
My wife passed away during childbirth.
Oh my God.
My parents died, and my only child, Paul Jr., ran away at age 6. I'm
Why?
living a deadbeat life, not even able to go up in the corporate ladder because my manager, Mark, prevents me from doing so. So
Ah,
here I am.
I got it.
taking away my woes.
No, I do not know Mark.
I'm Zoot. Hi,
I'm Zoot.
excuse me. Are you two new around here? Born and raised. I wish I was. Okay. So I've been stuck in a time loop for what
You're
I
so
believe to be
depressed,
the
man.
past 3 years. I've
Oh,
relived
what?
the same day over and over. I
Groundhog Day?
suspect my
Let's go.
neighbor Thomas somehow trapped me here, but I don't know how to escape. I can
Yeah,
prove
what?
it. Look, over there. In about 5 seconds, there's a 70% chance a waiter is gonna trip and drop their glasses onto the ground.
70% though? I love this. I love
Well,
this. Showing the
alright,
little, like, dice roll.
A bit
It's like, roll the
impressive, but,
initiative.
Like,
It's like, without
it's gonna
saying
take
it,
a
it's
bit
like,
more convincing because that wasn't all that. Suddenly, a sheep crashes through the tavern windows and starts rampaging around the inn. It's going straight up crazy, knocking over tables, knocking over people. Paul mentions
just
it's
yeeted
got
the table.
something in its mouth, and the sheep
I see, it looked like a
immediately
scroll.
stops and runs straight up to him. As
Oh.
Paul takes what seems to be a scroll out of the sheep's mouth, Zoot whips out their mace in an attempt to pepper spray the sheep, but slips on a puddle of rum
Oh.
and accidentally sprays Paul, who
Did you get, like, a
is
1?
disappointed at this point. The three
I
open the
feel
scroll,
bad
and
for Paul.
Zoot, recognizing it's a speak with animals spell, translates it,
let's
casting
go.
a huge shockwave and blasting everything in its radius. Hello. Can you
Waiter's
understand
okay?
me now?
yes!
Why the did you try to spray me with mace? Zoot and the sheep start bickering
Sorry.
as Paul and Tholomew just stare at them. Just
Why
forget it,
would it be
forget
to them
I'm no
just rah,
ordinary
rah, rah,
sheep.
rah?
I used to be human
eh.
and was cursed
Oh.
into a sheep's body. My name
That
is
makes sense.
Roa, and I need your help.
In the world of
becoming
D&D.
human again. please.
100% take that
Glop.
quest.
Well, it's Luop. Come on, guys, let's go. And for some
Come on,
reason,
Glop.
they all went along with it. Still not
For some
understanding
reason.
what the hell is going on. Maybe
This is
they both
beautiful.
thought they could find their arch enemies, Mark and Thompson, along the way. The group is walking through the woods. Bartholomew is very on edge, feeling like something isn't
Why don't you play
quite
instruments?
right. The tree line is shifting in unnatural ways. Oak trees
Okay.
are turning into birch. The bushes are rustling. Zoot spots various random animals along the path and picks up a turtle.
Let's
which they
go.
add to their inventory. Paul tries
okay.
to pocket a turtle of his own, but it turns out to be a rock and is then mauled by a cougar. He ends up unharmed, though his adventure suit he changed into is now ruined. Zoot feels bad
Aw.
about Paul not getting a turtle, so they offer to let Paul name theirs, to which he chooses Paul Jr. They eventually reach a clearing with a large stone
Great use of
outcrop
name
covered in
choices,
engraved
man.
shifting runes.
Oh,
Carved into
shifting.
the stone is a large bronze door with a face on it. Hello. You should try to impress it.
What?
Oh, okay.
It's a door. I know it had a face, but... Is it oh god, not rhymes and riddles. It sounds easy enough. Yes. Okay.
The alphabet backwards.
Oh, zebra. It's just like the Pokemon. Spider? Spider?
I'm gonna say a spider,
Yeah.
because I got the butt string.
Yeah, they got the bus streak. Yay! I got that easy.
Wait, but can you turn our friend back?
What? That was, I feel like that wasn't part of the plan. He seems cool. Uh-huh. A rumor? I don't know.
Can you use it in a sentence? Yeah, like spelling bee style.
I feel like that would have worked. I think he said
I
it.
picked up on it. I don't know if you noticed, but he said worm on accident. I'm very detail oriented.
I don't think it was on accident.
Paul Jr.,
can't
what do
talk.
you think the answer is? Turtle. Turtle.
Turtle.
Finally, it's a worm.
Oh my god,
The
I love
adventurers
this.
Walk through the door's mouth.
It makes it like
closes
all better
behind
with
them.
Jaiden being
As they're
here.
walking into an
That's-
open room, they're
that's
greeted
amazing.
by a closed silver door. Zoot immediately pitches
Silver?
the turtle at the door, but
What is
nothing
wrong
happens.
with you?
There's 3 dishes of clay placed in front
Ooh.
of 3 pedestals, and the door face
Another riddles
emerges
3?
once again. This time on the ceiling.
Hey!
Not wanting to deal with more riddles, Zoot throws a dagger into the door's
Why? You tried to
group
mace the
now
sheep,
lost
and
with
now
no
you threw a
direction,
dagger.
decides for some reason to all start eating the clay, even feeding some to Paul Jr. and Lwop against their wills.
You will
After
eat
all
it.
the clay has been consumed, the pillars glow red and more clay drops down from the ceiling.
You get another
resetting
try.
the puzzle. Huh. Out of ideas, they decide
Maybe
to
we
do
eat
what the door
these.
face suggested. Bartholomew sculpts a crown,
Hey.
Zoot rolls out a worm,
Let's
and
go.
Paul builds a penguin.
I love
they
the
all
penguin.
place their
It's like that from that
creations on
one meme.
pedestals, which sink in and
Making the
beam
part-
green before the lights turn out and everything goes dark. They
Oh.
flash back on and suddenly all their creations have
Oh.
come to life in weird
the crown looks
clay
cool.
flesh bodies. Paul cleaves at
Battle
his
music.
penguin with a great axe, nearly cutting it clean in half,
Let's
revealing
go.
that the
But it's
inside
clay,
is
isn't
just
it?
more clay.
Yeah,
the
I was
worm
about to
monster
say.
looks at Zoot and says, "It's wormin' time." causing
Oh,
Zoot to scream
the ultimate
and sending a
catchphrase.
shockwave towards it, immediately
Did it work?
exploding the worm and
Let's go.
splattering clay everywhere, leaving
well,
it
it's
a
just clay.
normal-sized worm now. The worm lunges
Squishy.
and wraps itself around Zoot's throat, trying
It's
to
more
choke him
deadlier.
out. Bartholomew rips the arms off the crown monster
Oh my.
and dodges its fall.
Well, he is a kitty cat.
The penguin reforms itself, sprints full speed at Paul, but slips
It's just a
and
Clayman
splats
battle.
into a pile
Clayface,
of clay
sorry.
on the ground, to which Paul finishes off with his axe.
A lot of people
Meanwhile,
interpreted
Bartholomew
this one.
attempts to rip the legs off the crown, only for the crown legs to turn into arms,
Oh.
grabbing Bartholomew and climbing onto
got
their
so
heads,
insane.
causing them to lose their mind, viewing the other
Oh,
party
that
members
bad?
as enemies. Paul shifts his attention to Bartholomew, throwing his great axe horizontally
Maybe
at the crown.
aim for the crown, though.
Unfortunately,
Thank you.
it goes a bit low and the handle smacks Bartholomew
Oh,
directly
the
in
handle
face.
hits.
Zoot gets a grip
Okay.
on the worm, ripping it off their throat, and
Let's
breathes
go.
acid onto it
You
until it's
could
reduced
breathe
to ash.
acid.
Bartholomew blows on their bagpipes to attack Paul, sending out a thunderous shock.
Finally
that
uses the
shakes
bagpipes.
cavern.
I'm happy.
Paul is able to hold his ground, runs up to the two, and successfully cleans the crown
Oh,
off Bartholomew's head.
okay.
All the
Oh,
clay
for the
monsters
crown.
have been defeated. The silver door opens, and everyone cheers
That was cool.
together
I like
in
that. Hey, it's the
celebration.
sheep song.
The adventurers enter the new
Beep,
room
beep,
to be
I'm a
greeted
sheep.
by wooden structures, spiral staircases, platforms, and a
Yeah, I love
golden
this
door
kind of
at
stuff.
the
It's
very
literally
back
just like an
wall.
MMO,
It looks
but like
a
for your,
campus
you
set
and your
up
friends.
inside the area, and voices can be heard above on one of the platforms. Bartholomew
Maybe
scans
not.
the area looking for traces of their neighbor.
Sounds like an
Thompson.
imp.
Not only do they discover a pack of goblins that have inhabited
Or
the
goblins,
area, but he
okay.
also recognizes a familiar boot print in the clay. It's the same type Thompson wears.
Oh.
He's been here. Paul climbs up to the
What about
goblin
Mark?
platform and sparks
ye olde
conversation.
Walmart.
The
I
goblins
forgot
are
what to say.
confused and a bit wary of the intruders, but introduce themselves nonetheless.
Okay.
I'm Gob. That's
Hi, Gob. Hi,
That's
Gob.
Gobble.
Hi, Gobble.
Gobble Gob.
Hi, Gobble Gob.
And that's the peeler.
And who's that?
I'm not gonna say hi to the peeler. Hey.
Bloil.
Hi, Bloyle.
So
not gonna remember any of your
names.
names.
Gob, Glob, Gobble, Gobble Gob, Peeler, and Loyal.
I think.
The peeler.
The peeler. Got it. It's like the
So
Batman.
your name is the Peeler. You don't know anything about Mark or Thompson.
I only know about one thing.
What? The
And
peel?
that's peeling.
I kind of assumed.
Great, there you go.
Oh, jeez. Okay, all right.
Why does Paul take the most of
Paul
this?
starts booking it to the door they came
Like in
in
every-
through, the peeler
every
right on his
situation,
tail,
he keeps
stabbing
getting
at his
hurt.
ankles. No one else is doing or saying anything. They're just watching. Paul makes it back to the previous room.
horse
and
from
the
Adventure Time.
peeler slinks into the shadows. With Paul in the other room and
Nice.
Bartholomew and Zoot unable to speak Goblin, Bartholomew is left trying to communicate through improvised
Meow,
sign
meow.
language,
How now,
pointing
brown
at the
cow?
door and blowing kisses at the goblins to signal peace. Zoot tries to slip around the
Peace.
goblins in the meantime, as communication is clearly not working, and the
Assassin.
goblins are only getting more aggressive, but they bump into an invisible force
Ooh.
they can't see, alerting the goblins, who are
Uh-oh.
now initiating combat. Zoot decides
You mean
to
peel
keep
mode?
running to the door as Bartholomew bangs on their drums, sending sound shockwaves at the attacking
Let's go.
goblins.
That's a
Gob,
really
Glob,
cool,
and
like,
Gobble are all sent flying
battle
off the edge
mode
of the
or whatever you wanna call it.
platform, falling to their deaths.
Weapon, I guess.
Gobble Gob, in
Music.
a fit of rage after losing his friend,
Gobble Gob, no.
lunges at Bartholomew, but misses completely,
Oh,
sending
let's
himself
go.
off the edge of the platform too. The peeler emerges
Gravity
from the
works every
shadows
time.
to lunge at Bartholomew, who is taking up Loyal, but Paul jumps in just in time.
Let's
clashing
go,
blades with him.
Paul.
As everyone is distracted, Zoot gets to the door, peeking in.
Oh, it's
to
so
see an
wacky, man. I
entirely
love this.
golden room with a small
Oh.
golden rod shaped like a tree branch floating at the
That
center.
looks amazing.
The branch shifts between
room, not the
valuable
tree
materials,
branch.
at one moment being made of gold, then emerald,
Ooh,
ruby. Gobble
maybe
Gob,
it is
the goblin
cool.
that accidentally dove off the side of the platform, sprints back
He's
up
back
the
for
stairs
revenge.
and attempts to tackle Bartholomew off the platform, but accidentally leaps over him and plummets once again over the edge. This time to his demise.
Oh,
Paul and Bartholomew
rest in
perform a
peace.
clumsy team attack together and finish off
Does
the
it work?
peeler.
Hey!
Ending the battle, but because of the uncoordinated
Go!
attack, Paul's axe is now peeled. They all hurry over to
Well,
Zoot.
what does that
and
even
enter the
mean?
golden
I mean,
room
I know he was the
together,
peeler,
trying to
but-
figure out how to get the artifact down. Zoot suggests they all toss Slop into the air to get it down. So Paul
Oh my
solely
God.
Bowser's the sheep into the air, but in the complete opposite direction. Bartholomew quickly
Got this,
runs
take two.
over and breaks his fall, and before Lop can say anything, they throw him again.
Oh my
This
God.
time hitting their target as they both fall to the ground. No
Poor
one
Glop.
stops Lop's
That wasn't
fall
even his
this
real
time
name.
as he lays motionless on the floor. As Bartholomew is healing up Lop, Zoot
Okay, you can
approaches
heal.
the wand, only for it to be snatched by an invisible force.
Gasp.
An unseen figure then reveals itself. Well, hey
Tom,
there,
Thompson,
neighbor.
Thomas.
Oh, and Paul. It's me, your good friend, Mark Thompson.
Oh, it was Mark. Wait,
Bartholomew,
is
you
Mark
ruined
Thompson?
my life.
It was all one
Spreading
guy?
false rumors about me. You said I cursed you, and now no one wants to talk to me. My wife and kids left me. Everyone
no.
avoids me.
Almost called you Mark, sorry.
Years
Oh,
becoming a dark
Paul.
wizard, and I'm gonna
Mark.
have my revenge.
Your name is
What
Mark.
about me? And you, Paul.
Paul.
Anyway, yeah! You all are gonna be spending the rest
Oh,
of your
you
lives
should've looked
here
up.
in this
Everybody should look up.
sanctum. I'll be going now.
That was beautiful.
Bartholomew quickly casts locate object on the wand Mark is now
Let's
holding and
go.
throws ink in the general direction, hoping to reveal
That is
where
beautiful.
Mark is, but unfortunately it doesn't land. Zoot
Oh.
sprints in the direction Bartholomew indicated and attempts to tackle the air.
Let's
They are
go.
attacked, but bounce off of Mark's rock-solid beer gut, breaking the invisibility spell. Bartholomew
beer
whips
gut.
out their drums, slamming it with the intent to cast a thunder wave on Mark, sending him flying from the impact. Zoot follows
Man, they are
behind
getting
and
it.
shouts, "Depression!"
Oh no.
casting a command spell on him.
The
He stops in
ultimate
his
spell.
tracks, facing Zoot, and
Why would
says,
you want to give someone depression?
I'm so sad, having never dealt with depression before. He pulls out a picture of his ex-wife and kids and just stares at
mustache.
it longingly. Paul and Bartholomew see their chance to
Mustache,
attack him and once again try to
mustache.
use an ultimate team attack. They grip
Let's go.
Paul's peeled axe
Didn't work the
together
first
and
time, but you
throw it
got
in
this.
tandem at Mark. But once again, they mess up, and Bartholomew is accidentally sent flying with the axe as it pierces Mark's chest.
I mean, it
Mark
got
is
him, right?
unfazed, still wallowing in his depression.
Oh,
But Zoot sees
I kinda
this
feel
as
bad
an
for Mark.
opportunity, casting disguise self and visually turning themselves into Mark's ex-wife.
That's kind of messed up, but cool.
Ella,
It should work, right?
is that you? It is. Mark.
Just
Mark
ignore
drops the
what
photo
big-
and wand,
what
sobbing,
big teeth you
and
have.
slowly walks towards Zoot, who has their arms out, ready for his embrace.
Aw.
He grabs Zoot and pulls them
Now snap his
close,
neck.
tears streaming down his face.
That's mean. I'm sorry. Poor Mark.
So hard.
Starts crying. I'm like,
It's
oh,
okay. I'm here now.
this is low-key sad. He stole the manager at Walmart,
Zoot
right?
pulls back just a bit, just to look into Mark's eyes, which are sparkling with tears, and proceeds to acid blast him point blank from the mouth.
That's honestly how you end it,
Mark is
man.
heavily damaged but alive, snapping back
How
to
are you
reality and
alive?
throwing Paul's axe to the ground. If I can't have the wand, no one can. Paul picks
I
up
feel
the
like that
part of
should've
his
worked,
peeled
though.
axe. Looks like the manager position.
Oh, you
just
got that
opened
music.
up. He throws the axe and hits Mark, but doesn't kill him. He then picks up the
How
other
big is
peeled
Mark?
axe
Or
part
tough?
to throw as well, but it boomerangs around and hits him in the back of the
Ow.
head. Bartholomew grabs the wand from
Oh,
the
it's
ground
peeled.
and
It's got
points it at Mark.
aerodynamics are all
This is for
wompy.
everything. The low tax return, the restraining order for moving in next to me.
Let's
You're my
go.
personal hell. Mark turns to Paul while being zapped by the wand. Would you
music
still
makes
let
everything
me
so
be
much
your
better, man.
manager, even if I was a...
Worm. Hey, got that jar.
You're fired.
Let's go.
You guys did it! Please, use the wand to turn me back into a human. Please! Bartholomew casts the wand's powers onto Lop, finally turning him back into his
Maybe not
original
point blank.
form. Paul and now human Lop.
Let's
lock
go.
eyes.
It did nice.
My dad?
Oh my god, I didn't even think
Paul
about that.
Jr. Is that you?
Paul.
Oh! Paul and his long-lost son, Paul Jr., embrace.
I didn't even
The
care. I
wand,
called him
now
Glob.
all out of magic, crumbles into dust, and the party exits the cave.
Uh,
The bomb is dead, and the explosions erupt behind them
Okay.
as the group
As
walks
long as it's
off
behind him.
together.
This was freaking
Thanks for watching.
delightful,
This was a
man.
different type of video, but I hope
But it
you
was
enjoyed
glorious.
Especially big thanks to Charlie, Ronbu, and Jacob for the great D&D session. It was
For
super
real,
fun, and
man.
I really want to
You guys should do more.
I'd like to upload
D&D is
highlights
just
of the
beautiful.
actual
If you have, like, a
D&D
big
session to
group,
my
man,
second
it's
channel
delightful.
eventually, but it's not ready yet because I'm bad at planning. So maybe that'll happen one day. Anyway, this was a big project. Thank you to the team as always, and to Sir Meow for the sound effects.
Thank you for
Links
making.
to everyone are in the description. Okay, I will see you later. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. And to see the glorious fan art. Alright, man, so pretty much a perfect Jaiden Animations experience, dude. It was just everything I hoped it would be, and then some, man. Like, the the way that like D&D like party groups and stuff like add that sense of like wackiness to it, because like you cannot predict those types of videos, man, or like not even videos, just like sessions, you know, like just fun like entertaining deals with your friends, you know, like no one can predict where that journey leads to or like how it even ends, you know. So like to have that like as the subject of a animation video, like that is perfect, man. That is 100% perfect, because you could actually like animate your characters as they were, like as you visualize them while you were playing the game, you know, like you could have that like aspect of it. Like I said at the very beginning, like D&D's fun to like just watch people play it, you know, like you don't need animation and stuff, but like if you add that, like obviously that's going to improve it. So like Jaiden Animation, perfect for what you did with this video, man. It was flawless, dude. I loved everything about it. Like the jokes were so freaking funny, and like the animation quality, especially in this one, man, the animation was like really cool, especially like when you like snap to like the dragon or the acid breath and stuff like that, you know. It's just really cool to watch and just all around fantastic. So thank you everybody so much for watching. Leave a like down below, subscribe, ring the bell, become a member. You get videos a day early, and check out the merch. So with that said, I have been Master Zero. Y'all guys have been fantastic, and I'll see y'all in the next episode. Later, guys.